guys, so I just filmed my haul video. If you haven't seen that, I'll post a link to it down below and probably somewhere in the corners that you can click on. It'll open in a new window, so no need to worry. You can come back to this one. Anyway, but some of my stuff's sitting here, and Pepe's sitting on the sweatshirt that I showed, and I didn't have the heart to move him. Otherwise, I would have just played it off like it was a few hours later, but it was literally just 2 seconds ago I filmed that video. Anyway, I wanted to do a little vlog update for you, and I'm in a rambly mood, so I feel like talking. Yeah, so this might annoy some of you. That's bugging me. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so some updates. So last Friday was my last day at my job. I've worked there for 4 years. It's a community college, in case you didn't know that. So many people ask me where I work. I worked at a community college in the records office, and I did clerical things, customer service things, paperwork, transcripts, registration, change of info, things like that, in case you're curious what I did. So my last day was on Friday. I started working there the second semester. I started attending there as a student worker, and then I was promoted to temp position. And with that, as you guessed, it stands for temporary. So in a fiscal year, which is from July 1st to June 30th, you can only work 1,000 hours as a temp. So I capped out my hours and had to leave, so that's really sad. They are like my second family. I see them more than my normal family, and I love them so much, and that is the hardest part, is missing the people there that I worked with. I've made best friends in that office, some of them not even my age, and I love that. Some of them my mentors. I love them, and so luckily I still go to the school, so I can go visit all the time. It's not like I'm never gonna see him again. And, you know, I may be able to come back once my hours are reset in July, so we'll see. In the meantime, I'm job hunting. Wednesday, I have a phone interview with Nordstrom Rack, and we'll see about that. I have no retail experience. The college was basically my first job. Basically, I worked at one other place, but it was basically my first job, and so I have zero cash handling experience, zero retail experience, so it's hard to find a job in retail. And, you know, I should be looking for clerical work, but it's hard in my area. I don't know where to go. And another thing, I don't have a car, so getting from my house to a job is difficult if the bus doesn't go, because the mall area is where Nordstrom Rack is, and there's a bus that can take me there. Plus I can get rides from like my stepdad and people in my life that want to be helpful. Excuse me. So that's that. I'm just trying to find jobs right now because YouTube is not enough to support me. So with that, I don't know what to do about my living situation. I would love some advice, even though you guys don't know 100%. I'll fill you in on some details. So, you know, as you know, Tyler and I moved into this apartment together, and I ended the relationship in November, and he moved out. At that time, I still had my job, obviously, and I could afford the rent and everything just fine. And in that time, I also saved some money. So I do have some savings to go off of to live here, but the rent is expensive by myself. And I live next to the college, which is like college town, so even that is expensive because this is an ideal area. I'm in the nicer part of where I live, kind of, and well, I'm not in the most expensive part, that's for sure. I'm on this side of the train tracks, which is like the poorer side, and that side of the train tracks is the rich side. But anyway, that's irrelevant. You guys don't even know where I live. Well, some of you do know where I live. Anyway, ow, I have a cat scratch on my neck, and I just like hit it because I didn't know what it was. The other day, Skimble, I was on my futon, and Skimble was like on the top of the futon, and she was so asleep she fell on top of me when I was watching TV, and to get back up she had to like jump with her back legs, and it just went with her back legs with her claws out, and it was so painful. Speaking of which, she wants to come say hi, this little demon who fell, because she's so cute. You're so cute. Oh, maintenance man. Anyway, maintenance man's still working. So yeah, so that's what, I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, because it's expensive to live here. So I was debating moving back in with my mom, She lives at a different place than where I grew up though, so it wouldn't be like moving back home. It would be like a roommate situation because my mom is ultimately my best friend. We have the best relationship. Even when I was a teenager, we've always been close. And she is my best friend. That's why I'm getting a tattoo of her on my back. Not like her face, but we call it Button Woman. It's a little stick figure. If you've never heard me explain it before, I've talked about it before. But anyway, I'm getting that tattoo when I have money. And so yeah, I've been debating living back with her because she would charge me obviously a lot less rent than what I pay right now. And so that might be the best bet because I am going to a 4-year university next spring. I'll go ahead and tell you where I'm going to go. I'm transferring to Sacramento State. I feel like I can tell you that. I can't tell you where I'm transferring from because there's only one. And well, there's only one Sac State, but Sacramento State is so big and it's a 4-year university. A lot of people go there, whereas the college, my community college, I don't know, it's kind of limited. So anyway, but given that, you can kind of guess what area of California I live in. I do live kind of close to Sacramento. I don't live in Sacramento. But anyway, so I am going there in spring, studying psychology, in case you didn't know. But psych is my major, and I'm only 4 classes away. Finally, 4 classes. 4. Actually, one of them's a lab. I just have history, deaf studies too, and biopsych, and then the biopsych lab. So that's like 4 units, 3 units, so 11 units left. Oh, I'm so glad. Just 1 semester left. That's why I'm transferring in spring to Sac State. And yeah, they only take fall applications, but I'm actually doing the psychology for transfer degree, so I can be accepted in the spring. Although I haven't applied there yet, so we may have a conversation later in September or so to see if I even was accepted. Because psychology is an impacted program there, so I have to apply for the school and then apply for the major. So we'll see how that goes. School is stressful. I mean, in general, it's expensive and it's stressful, and yeah, it's hard, but I'm so passionate about what I want to do now, and I've never been like so focused and driven in my life, which is kind of why I'm enjoying single time right now, with no boyfriend. So, yeah, so it's been nice. On that note, I probably just went off a train of thought, and I didn't even finish a thought. I'm sure I was on some sort of tangent. Anyway, we're just coming around to a new subject now, even though I probably left it hanging. Anyway, I'm saying a lot, I'm sorry. So, single time. I am 100% single now, which is kind of, that sounds confusing because you guys didn't think that I had a boyfriend or anything. I never said that I did. I've been single this whole time since I broke up with Tyler. Obviously, you guys know I was seeing somebody at some point. Now I'm 100% not seeing anybody, so that's new for me. But honestly, I was really down about it not that long ago. Tuesday, actually, last Tuesday was probably the closest I've ever been to a mental breakdown because I had 3 exams in 2 days. So Wednesday I had 2 exams, Thursday I had 1, and then I had 2 quizzes that week as well. And so Tuesday I found out my hours were almost maxed out, and I knew my job was going to be ending soon. I just didn't think it was that week. So I thought I had at least until my birthday or a week after maybe, even though it's spring break. But anyway, so I found that out that was my last week, and I had no idea, and so that was really sad. And then, you know, the guy I liked, you know, didn't want to see me anymore. So, well, I mean, it was kind of, it's a long story. Not even going to go into it. So that was like a really hard emotional day because right after that I had to go take a quiz after finding out those things. And that was rough. And so, but I got 5 out of 5 on my quiz. And then on my stats test, I got a 91. That's insane. I have a 93 in that class. And that's crazy because math, not my forte, but it's psychological statistics, so it's a little bit easier for me to understand. I comprehend it a little bit better because it's within my major, because I'm in my major classes right now. Except, well, maybe not. I'm in some GE. Anyway, so yeah, I had that test, and then the second test of the day I had an 81, which wasn't bad. That's my experimental psych, which is kind of a hard class. That's like high level at a community college class, so that I was excited about that. And then I don't know what I got on my third exam yet. I find out tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but you'll be seeing this later on. But yeah, so that was a really hard week for me, was last week, and I'm just glad it's over. But at the same time, kind of midweek after my exams, I went for a run, and I decided to change my perspective on things and decided that I choose to be sad about these things, or I can reshape my perspective on them and see them more as opportunities. So I don't believe in fate or meant to be. I don't believe in everything happens for a reason. I believe in coincidences, and just things happen, they happen, and that's it. I don't think there's a reason for them, but I do think something negative can be turned into an opportunity. So with my job ending, maybe another amazing job will come along, or, you know, it's a closed chapter. You know, I've worked there for 4 years. Maybe, you know, I should just see it as it's my time to go, you know? So, and with the guy situation, now that he's out of my life, that's an opportunity for someone else to come into it, you know? I'm not looking for a boyfriend. I'm not looking to date or anything. I am mainly trying to stay focused on school. I only know how to be in a relationship though, so it's a growing process for me to learn how to be single and enjoy my own company. Luckily, I do enjoy my own company. I'm an introvert. You know, I love meditating and exercising, reading, writing in my journal. Those are like my favorite things. And so I get to do all of that all the time now that I don't have a job or a guy. So it's really amazing that it's opened up all these opportune times to be with myself. I did a whole video on I did a psych vlog anyway, on how to be self-fulfilling. And that was actually right after the first time this guy and I had stopped seeing each other, and then we picked it back up again, and then we stopped. So I'm kind of like going back into that mindset that I was at the time I filmed that. So I will link that video down below. I hope it's helpful, but it's been helpful to me just remembering those points that I made and trying to take my own advice, and remembering everything is just perspective, that just because it's something bad, it doesn't have to be bad necessarily. Obviously, losing somebody to death or something, there's not a lot of opportunity there, but it's an opportunity to learn about yourself, to grow from it. So I'm trying to focus on the growing process that I'm doing right now, and focus on myself and learning about myself and doing this process. That was the whole reason why I broke up with Tyler, is so I could be alone, you know? So dating this guy for the past few months has thrown that off. So now I have time to really focus. And there's a quote that I really liked, and I'm trying to remember it. It says, "Though it may feel like a constant uphill battle, think about the view from the top." So you might be going through hard times right now, but think about how you're going to be when you're at the end of it. I mean, there will be no end. There's always going to be a struggle. I know you don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. There's no end to struggles. There's always going to be. You may be at a positive place, but there's always going to be something else. I know it's sad, but there's always something. So that's just, I'm just trying to view life a little bit more simply. I'm living more simply. And on that, I've started running, which has really helped. I'm like addicted to endorphins now. It's great. They really are nature's medication for depression, and it's amazing. Like, you need to exercise. That's what your body's made for. So you need to stay in shape. It doesn't matter on your size or how much you weigh. It's about being healthy and being in shape and strong. You want your body to be strong because it does so much for you. So you need to take care of it. So I've been running, and it's been great. I love it. So I mean, even when I don't run, I'll still do some sort of exercise. So I love Blogilates videos. I've been doing so many of her videos. Or I'll do my 3-mile walk, which I normally run I cannot run for 3 miles, so don't take that the wrong way. I always stop some point. Normally what I'll do is intervals, so I'll run for a full song because I listen to my iPod, and then I'll walk a song, let my heart rate come down a little bit, run a song, and then eventually I'll just start pushing myself to see how long I can run, and after doing those intervals. And each run gets easier and easier, and I can just feel myself getting stronger. I can see it in my body, like physically, the legs and my muscles are getting more toned. The legs in my muscles. Do you hear what I just said? Oh my god, that's embarrassing. The legs. The muscles in my legs is what I... Oh. Anyway, thank god I'm the only one laughing at myself right now. I don't know if you guys are. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. It's kind of long, but just so you guys know, my birthday is next week. Next Tuesday, the 19th, is my birthday. I'll be 23. Super exciting. So yeah, I'm not really doing anything for it though. I have class. That's what I'm doing. I'll probably make myself something special. I'll make some dinner. I don't know. A healthy dinner. That sounds good. I don't know. I'm not doing anything for my birthday. It's kind of sad. I do need to go visit my dad here soon, so I'll be going over there. I don't film there or anything, but yeah. So I also see this, just a little side note, see me losing my job as an opportunity to focus on you guys. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting more and working a lot harder on the videos, I think, than usual, so that's good. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about in my update vlog. Just fill you guys in on my view of life lately. Just trying to stay positive and happy always, because I don't know, I think at the end of the day it's just me. The problems don't exist, you know. I just focus on me. As selfish, you know, as that sounds, but you kind of have to. You have to. I think if you have the right mindset, meditation helps a lot. Just to keep your center focus, and it relieves stress. Exercising relieves stress. Since I've been running and meditating, I'll run, stretch, do some exercises, and then lay down and play some bird music. I know it sounds weird, but I love this certain song on Spotify. I do have a Spotify, by the way. I don't know, is it usernames? Can I list my username down below on Spotify? I don't know. I'll have my Spotify listed down below if you want to see my playlists. They're pretty random. Like literally really random. So yeah. Anyway, I'll have my Spotify list down below. The meditation category has the song in it. The bird song's the only song in there. I use that to meditate, and it's amazing. So yeah, just doing that has really helped relieve all of the pressure and the stress and anxiousness I've been feeling, because these aren't really huge issues at all. Where I live is obviously a big thing, but it doesn't have to be. Like I know I'll always have a roof over my head. My parents would never let me be homeless. So regardless if I can afford this place on my own, I'll always have somewhere to go. So I'm just trying to see it that way and figure it out from there, and just think about things rationally and calmly and positively. So yeah, that's basically it for this vlog. Let me know how you guys are feeling, how you're doing, how your day's going, how your week's going. You can leave that in the comments down below, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.